So a couple of examples of Harvest applications that we have in production. So as I mentioned previously, we have AuGenDB, which was sort of the first. It's using an old version of Harvest. It's being in the process of being upgraded. We have the PCGC Data Hub, which I just showed you. This is has been probably one of our more complex deployments to date in terms of numbers of fields. We have Children's Brain Tumor Tissue Consortium, which has just come online. And we have a Newborn Screening Translational Research Network instance as well. We also have internal applications, one for called CardioDB for the cardiac center here, and in particular doing quality measures for the cath lab. And then the most recent one, Verify. This is an interesting example. So in this case, we are using Harvest with a custom user interface. So Verify is an application for analyzing clinical next-generation sequencing results. So the idea here is that you come in with a particular sample that you would like to analyze, and the end user goes through a set of filters to filter down to a list of genes that need further investigation, and they work through that gene list looking for the pathogenic variants. And what's interesting about this is that there's nothing patient-centric about this database. First of all, so instead of mining a patient data warehouse, which all the other examples I've shown you are, in this case we're actually mining the genomic results for a single individual. So we're treating all the variants, all the genomic results from a single individual as the data warehouse here, and then we're querying across those. And so this is an illustration of the kind of flexibility you have. There's nothing patient warehouse specific about it, even though those are some of the applications that we've used it on first. Furthermore, this interface is entirely customized for the clinical diagnostics workflow. So we haven't really made any changes to the back end of Harvest. And so even though it visually looks completely different, in fact, really most of the work was done in Harvest, and we've just added in this interface, which makes use of those APIs that I talked about before. So, a lot of times you may hear that something is modular and that you can break things apart, but I think nothing speaks louder than an actual demonstration where that's been done. The other thing that we're working on that I just wanted to show briefly here is that obviously one of the real powerful things you can do is that you can combine genomics and phenotype queries. And so this is an example from one of our development databases for PCGC, and we've actually combined both whole exome sequence data with the rich clinical phenotype data that we have. And so you can run queries for a particular gene and a particular phenotype and get back genomic data in line with your phenotype data. And we're still working on this, still getting the interface ironed out and all the data models ironed out for this. But we think this is going to be extremely powerful to be able to transition both the genomic side as well as the clinical phenotype side.